bodybuilders. Well, this workout was at 8 to 12 set FBB Pro bodybuilders. Mr. Olympia? That's the real question. Yeah. So what does it take to look like them? In this week's video I'm going to try a full week of training like only bodybuilders. Bodybuilders, FBB athletes, pro, I don't know, just their crazy, weird, strange, good, not so good workouts. So this guy, Obi Vincent, he's one of my favorite creators who post workouts on YouTube or Instagram because all of his workouts are insanely intense. If you think superset is hard enough, then you will see triceps also too. I decided to choose his glute day because other people who I saw, other bodybuilders, they didn't really have any glutes, hamstrings, like glutes and hamstrings more. Mostly they have always quads, hamstrings, but I just went to glutes, hamstrings.
I also chose this specific workout because when I was planning all these workouts, I saw that in other days there weren't any deadlifts. But in his video, he kind of did it weirdly. He did it like no dead stop, like sumo, basically RDL type of thing, which was really weird. I didn't do that. I did touch the ground because I don't know, it feels weird if you think about it. Yeah, I did increase weight each set, and then it was obviously superset with reverse lunges. I did take 2 heavy weights, so for me to step up was harder. So then I just decided, okay, well, I don't want to bring those dumbbells back. So I just basically then did single leg, like just one side, reverse lunge, static rear lunge. I know this targets more your quads, but I don't care. Quads are always great to target. Quad workouts, quad exercises, great. So yeah, that's what I did for the first superset. And the next superset, hate it. I hate hip thrusts with all my heart. Just hate them. But it was pause at the top. Basically 3 sets. All of the exercises were 3 sets mostly, and yeah, slower on the eccentric, basically going down slower, even though in here it doesn't look like I was going slower, but on the last set I definitely did go slower, and it was supersetted with 1 leg, basically RDLs. I actually thought they will be worse because I don't like doing RDLs any other way than it is land mile because I don't feel them. But the problem with this superset was that I was out of breath. I always get so out of breath when doing hip thrusts, and afterwards, oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath. So yeah, it was harder for me to do these just because I was really out of breath. But surprisingly, I did a little bit feel my glutes. And then the last real superset was side lunges, Cossack squats. Superset with another exercise, but for the Cossack squats, what I like on the goblet side is that if you're holding your dumbbell there, then it makes you basically be upright, stand upright, and it was superset with box pistols. Thankfully, it was box pistols, not regular, because I can't do regular. Previously, like a few years ago or months ago and all that, I thought that I couldn't do pistols just because I have no strength in my quads, but it's actually ankle mobility, as I can't just go down without my ankle moving upwards. I just can't because I don't have the ankle mobility, even when I'm holding to something. So yeah, I tried to do it slower, just basically more controlling the reps. And then this, what you will see right now, he did it as a warm-up, kind of to move your muscles and all those things, but I didn't do it. I did it afterwards just because I didn't want to get my energy out in these. But basically, it was kind of superset 10 frontal, 10 leaning backwards, and then 2 to 3 sets. So basically 1 set is that leaning up forward and leaning backward, that is 1 set. And then it was kettlebells. And then finally, one of my favorite exercises for hamstrings, Nordic curls. I can't do it without any assistance in the way that I basically fall really fast. So yeah, with the resistance band, it helps me to just go a little bit slower and more controlled. And at the end, I also did short but hard conditioning workout it was written in one of his leg day workouts in this description. Basically, it was 21:59 kettlebell swings, deadlifts. When everything something is with deadlifts, obviously it will be hard. I finished in 4 minutes and 9 seconds, but it was hard. But afterwards, I did one more conditioning workout. Yeah, if you want to see more conditioning CrossFit style workouts on my Instagram highlights, I post that basically every single day what I do. And yeah. Surprisingly, I didn't have any dumps, which is a huge surprise. It wasn't that hard leg day because it wasn't quads or full body. I love his workouts. Literally, if you have ever tried any of his, you know, they're amazing. I just love them. He's an amazing guy. Like CrossFit, not just CrossFit, but I basically want to try every single week one of his workouts. I've done that. I've tried some of his workouts, and actually I do pretty similar workouts of one of his, the quad workout. If you watch my full week of workouts, you would know that quad workout. It's crazy. Today's workout is by Phil. And he's Mr. Olympia, he's been Mr. Olympia. Back and biceps, kind of a little bit similar to mine, but not as good as mine, obviously. Basically, how this workout was structured, mainly it was 3 sets by 10 to 12 reps. First 2 exercises were pull-ups and chin-ups. Basically, they were written pull-ups and wide grip, so this is what I did here. But I really don't like that type of wide grip. So I did 1 set also with just a regular grip, pull-ups, and then straightly continued with chin-ups, as again I did band assisted, because if I would do body weight, it would be 1 rep each set. I didn't like there was basically pull-ups and then straight into basically chin-ups, because you don't really have that much of break, and between every exercise and every set, between every set, there should be like 1 minute rest. That's it. So then we started with all the rowing exercises. The first one was land mile row for me. Basically there it was written T-bar rows, but the thing with me when I do T-bar rows, as my chest is supported by that cushion thing, I can't breathe properly, and my lungs and my heart can't properly work, and I feel really uncomfortable. So that's why I didn't do it, because I just feel really not great doing it. So yeah, you can always alternate between something else, because there are always some other options, always. Okay, then I don't do these type of rows like barbell row or like 1 arm dumbbell row. I only do the land mile thing, and for other back exercises I do with cables, because I just don't like those type of rows, because I don't feel them literally at all. And then it continued with all of the bicep work, bicep curls with the easy bar, then hammer curls. Hammer curls are definitely my favorite. And yeah, you can see 4 sets. So it was really weird. 1 exercise was 4 sets. But with hammer curls, try not to swing your elbows and basically use only your biceps, your arm muscles, not just the swinging motion. And then I actually haven't ever done these in the gym, the concentration curls, and looking back to this video, I see that I should have gone way more slower, but at the same time the dumbbell was too light for me. On the last set I took heavier dumbbell, and I was like, okay, now it's starting to do something. And the last thing, 7 sets of pull down. Yeah, basically there was another exercise that was 7 sets, so I decided to just superset it, because 7 sets, this was basically, I don't know, the 5th or 4th exercise, and the last exercise that I did was the last exercise. I don't know, just a weird little bit placement. Together all these exercises were like great exercises, right? But I did miss some intensity, some spice. But yeah, 7 sets of bicep curls, preacher curls. At the start I did light up the weight, but then I put back the weight, because in this day I felt really strong and I had really a lot of energy. Well, this workout was fine, boring. I just didn't like that it was pull-ups and then more pull-ups. Yeah, no supersets and those things, like nothing spicy. My pull days, my back and biceps, they're spicy. Well, I would rate this, I don't know, 7 out of 10. It's like obviously good exercise, just like I also don't like pull days. Just don't like them at all. Apparently, this guy is known for his insane leg days. Not just extreme huge volume, but for example, not 8 to 12 reps, but 8 to 12 sets of squats, barbell squats, and then more huge volume exercises. I definitely wasn't ready for the volume of squats for this day. Still, I decided to include my 1 rep max, aka to build up to my 1 rep max and then just do less weight. But basically, I just did a few sets, 1 set of 60 kilos, then I increased the weight, then I increased the weight till my 1 rep max, and then I decreased my weight, and then I decreased my weight even more. Basically, what happened is the weight I did with 5 reps. Afterwards, after me trying my 1 rep maxes, I did only with 2 reps, and then I just decreased so I could do 10 reps of some sort of weight. I don't know how he does that. I just have no clue because my quads started hurting for that much volume. And I didn't even do 12 sets. It was written 8 to 12, so I decided to do 10, which is like average of that volume. Still, it was a lot of squats, and it took 40 minutes. 40. And in my gym, we don't have a hack squat machine, so look what I decided to do. Basically, without any help, I wouldn't be able to even perform this land mile hack squat. Basically, I wanted to do it like this. Then my shoulder was extremely hurting because obviously the barbell and all the bar. Ouch! Right now when I'm recording this, I just touched my shoulder and it hurts a lot. I did put on some sort of little pad, and as you can see from the first few reps, I definitely didn't hit that depth. But then after 2 sets, I somehow got a little bit used to this awkward positioning. Because as you can tell, those plates, what do you think those plates are doing? They're basically stocking inside my middle back. So that's uncomfortable too. Not even talking about my shoulder. And I did later think, oh my gosh, why my stance was so wide? Because on the last set I did more narrow stance, and I was like, whoa, I do feel like quads now. But with that wide stance, you just feel more stability. Basically, you have more stability. And then, guess what? The huge volume isn't done. 6 sets. There was written 6 to 8 sets of leg extensions and 6 to 10 sets of hamstring curls. Basically, I did 8 sets of hamstring curls, but basically I did 6 regular sets, and then after that 6th set, I did 2 drop sets. So I did have 8 sets together with the drop sets together. Baby, my hamstrings, my pure baby hamstrings. Yep. And well, not one calf raise exercise. Definitely not one. There were many. My calves, I love training calves. Calf training is amazing. Seated calf raises, standing calf raises, and you're not done with calf raises because guess what? There are more calf raises. It was written hack squat, calf raises, don't have them, so I did on the leg press. I know a lot of people say it's really dangerous for your knees to do on leg press, but I did without any weight, so it's not dangerous in that way because it's without any weight. Yeah, together it took hour and 40 minutes, but that was including the cool down, not including the warm-up.
Well, I did survive it, and it wasn't extremely difficult. It was just huge volume, that's it. I mean, I did do heavier, lighter weight exercise rep sets. If I would have a real hack squat, I would have
loved this workout more because I wish our gym would have hack squat machine. So you saw, that was painful trying to do that hack squat. Here are my shoulders. Ouch! I'm just touching it, it hurts. Gosh, that's painful, I hate it. I mean, comment down below if you have ever done that many sets of some sort of exercise. I didn't even do the most of them. Like, it was 8 to 12, right? If I would have done 12 sets of that, I don't know, 10 sets of hamstring curls and more exercises and more. Who hasn't heard about Arnold Swardsnager and his physique and his look and his chest and Arnold press and all the exercise, some exercise that he has come up with? But who actually has done one of his workouts? That's the real question. So today is Arnold Schwarzenegger day.
The problem with trying to find bodybuilder workouts and actually doing them is the difference between article to article. Because in one article, for example, for Arnold, in one article it said 6 sets of the same exercises, where in other article it said 3 to 4 sets, and then another article there weren't even that exercise, or it was like totally different or structured totally differently. Like, it's so hard to understand, so hard. Okay, but coming back to the workout, I actually haven't really I don't do standing dumbbell press. So yeah, the first set that I took, it was too heavy because there weren't the lighter dumbbells available, and I just don't like it. Okay, with barbell fine, but with dumbbells it was so hard for me to straighten my arms. Another problem is that I hate this exercise because I don't feel anything, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Again, so many exercises that I don't like because I have like some sort of little problems in my neck because it gets so tight and stiff and all those things, and basically all I want to do is crack it kind of to move my neck a lot. But I don't know how. I'm currently recording this voiceover the next day, but my triceps are sore. I don't know if it was from the close grip bench, which targets triceps. That's why it is close grip. If somebody doesn't know that, it's for triceps because it works your triceps a lot. Or it was because of school crushers. I'm not sure, because those triceps, I definitely feel them. But continuing with my favorite dumbbell exercise for biceps is incline, because that's the only really way how I feel my biceps and not my forearms. Because literally my forearms are always so tired, especially from any barbell bicep curl exercise. Oh my gosh, just it hurts. But about this workout, well, it wasn't. Yeah, it just happened again. I didn't really enjoy it because I just went through the motions and that's it. Just going through motions and just moving that body, but not actually enjoying it. There are simple exercises, but I don't know, I wasn't a fan. I can't even explain it, I just wasn't a fan. So many sets, no, but just so many exercises, I don't know, it just wasn't it. For me, it wasn't it. I can't explain. I'm not a good explainer about ratings or how much I would give. Like, I don't know. This was probably like 5 out of 10. I don't know. I'm not great at rating things, because what is 1 and what is 10? Okay, what is 10 I understand, but what is other things I'm not sure, and I don't know. My overall thoughts about this workout, well, it was pretty boring. It felt like, I don't know, just going through the motions and nothing special. Like, I know that in these workouts, like that I posted, like Arnold workouts, they are when he does it before, like, I don't know, prepping for the shows, not when he's building his muscle, actual, like, the off season. These are like the season workouts, because they're high volume, a lot of exercises, a lot of reps and all that. But yeah, I don't know, it was, yeah, the exercises are relatively okay, but I don't know. I feel like every review of every person will be like, I don't know, not feeling it. But that's just what I think. I don't know. Again, I don't know.
What to say else? Breon Ansley, he has won Mr. Olympia twice, and I'm really excited to try his leg day, like really excited. But I wasn't that excited to pre-exhaust my muscles. Why and what he did. So basically why you do that, you pre-exhaust your muscles. What I did and what he did is quads and hamstrings. Why it is done, basically when you fatigue them afterwards, your muscles need to work more. Basically it kind of helps for that. If you are hitting a plateau, then when you're basically, if you do this, incorporate this, then when you start your main lift, you're, I don't know, for example, for this exercise, your body needs to work harder to push it. And yeah, the first exercise was Smith machine squats. I've said so many times I hate exercises in Smith machine, so I definitely did not like Smith machine squats, but I also haven't done them in a really long time. And also why I don't like Smith machine or any like long sets of barbells is because my arms get numb, because the blood isn't circulating. But I did like supersetting with body weight Bulgarians. If there would be dumbbells, I would be, I don't know where I would be. 25 reps, but that's body weight. And then, as I mentioned, why I really like kind of trying new exercises, workouts, is because I can do something that I haven't done, because I am a routine person. I like to do what I usually do. So I did try one leg press. I felt it more on my glutes than my quads, but whatever. But actually I thought, oh, maybe I will need to use like half of the weight. Yeah, maybe 1/4 or 1/5 of my usual leg press weight, but whatever. And then the last exercise was single leg extensions. Yes, again, leg extensions. Why single leg movements are so great? Because basically if you're having muscle imbalances, these really do help. And I personally do struggle with muscle imbalances, basically when my one leg is stronger than my other leg or arm or something like that. That's why it's really great to include unilateral exercises. Definitely don't skip those unilateral exercises. And he did use seated calf raises and standing calf raises, but I don't have those. So the previous calf exercise was more like kind of standing, and this was basically seated. And you would think that these are really dangerous for your knees, but actually I'm not locking out my knees.
Alright, boys and girls, okay, that was tactically cringy, but for the first time in this week, I actually loved this workout. It was well structured, it was quads, glutes. I felt my glutes also, even though this was mostly quad workout. I did feel my glutes greatly. Again, not a word. I loved it, like 9 out of 10, definitely. It wasn't over like too long or too short. Even the pre-exhaustion, okay, that's something that I never do, but doing leg extensions twice, I do like them sometimes when there aren't any drop sets.
And lastly, I'm going to train like Chris Bumsted. He's more popular just because he has a YouTube channel. He's like, I don't know, I think he has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and also like he does a lot of like what I eat in a day and all those things. And he's like lift heavy. He's just a big dude. And I'm going to do his chest and biceps. This day started my autumn sickness. That's why now when I'm recording this voiceover, my nose is clogged. I definitely didn't want to be there. I was like so not in the mood because I was half sick. Can't really write, can't even talk or think because I'm just clogged. But this, as I said, was chest and biceps. And so basically I do like really inclined dumbbell things, but in this exercise, for the first time I tried Smith machine bench. First of all, hated it. Second of all, my shoulders were hurting. And third of all, it's really hard to get the right position. And as you can see, my arms are basically, my palms are not in the right position. And with Smith machine, it's so easy to cheat, aka get more reps in, because it's sliding. You can like literally slide it off, just basically slide it, and you can hit more basically reps. So I just hate it. I love benching, but not that, no Smith machine things. And then I'm sorry for these voiceovers, but then I continued with chest flies, cable flies, And here he was basically using pretty lightweight, 12 to 15 reps, which is what I usually do. I do like this exercise, so I can't really comment anything more about it. And also then it was kinda, at first it was chest and then it was biceps, but basically I didn't want to do only bicep exercise after bicep exercise after bicep exercise because it's really exhausting for your biceps. Yeah, it gets a good pump, but it's really hard to do biceps after biceps. So okay, yeah, here are 2 bicep exercises. Yes, okay. Here it was written 15 reps. I was able to do 12 reps, but that's fine. That's okay. But after this one, I did not biceps. I did chest flies with dumbbells. I haven't done these in a while. And basically one person told me that he has like experience with kind of a muscle tissue break when doing this. Break, basically falling apart, just basically injuring. And I was like so anxious when doing these because injuries are really scary. And then I have actually never done like with the easy bar reverse curls. It's basically like kind of hammer curls just with the barbell. I don't know how you can do it with a regular barbell because it's straight and it's not like comfortable. But yeah, when I was doing these, the hammer part, basically my bicep, that part felt really weird. Different than doing these regular hammer curls. But with these, try to not swing your elbows, basically not go to just swinging motion, but actually use your biceps, use your arm muscles and not the momentum. And I finished with 3 sets by failure by arm wrap of push-ups. I'm not great at these. I wish my upper body strength would be big. But yeah, for girls, I just wish we would have that upper body strength. I did struggle, but I did do it till failure. Well, this workout was really kind of short, but it's okay, like it was fine. It wasn't that interesting. As I said, I didn't like Smith machine. I just hate Smith machine in general. I basically don't like any exercises with Smith machine. I am a little bit like sore though, like here, probably from those dumbbell chest flies because I don't do them often. And yeah, my nose is like clogged, so that's why I'm talking like that. Yeah, I'm sick. Ratings, I don't know, 7 out of 10. It was short, sweet. Afterwards I did CrossFit, so... Well, you did see how my week went. Not the best. There were some highlights, but there were a lot of down highlights. Non-highlights. Black dark highlights. Not my style. I do train kind of like hypertrophy style, but I don't know. My workouts, some of the workouts are more intense or not BS exercises or not just like going through motions because I want to train like I feel alive. That I love training, not just going through motion and getting through exercise to exercise. But at the same time, everybody is different. Like some people love it, some people hate it. That's the same thing for anything in life. People hate it, people love it. One person can hate it, one person can love it. Comment down below, what do you think? What did you think of this? What did you think of workouts? I know most of the workouts look really good. Like when I was checking them, some of them, not most of them, some of them did look fine, but I don't know. It's just not for me. Like I love making my own workouts. Oh yeah, I forgot to say my favorite day was Breon Ansley, and okay, Chris Bumsted was pretty okay too, and Obi Vincent obviously. If you haven't seen, I have a full week of workouts with my intense, crazy, cool, amazing workouts. So yeah, don't forget to like, support me on Patreon, please, and see you in the next one.
Life moves on without just